Hey guys, so a lot of you have been asking, okay, Wendy, what are you doing? You have a GoFundMe page, you're asking people for donations. What in the heck are you up to now? You guys, let me explain to you a little bit about my dream and my vision and what we have going on coming next year, hopefully. We are currently raising money to start a nonprofit for survivor retreats. Now, these retreats would be for women who have endured sex trafficking or domestic violence and who are just looking for a way to come out and relax and retreat and find peace and find healing. And along with the coaching that I do, I'll also be incorporating some of the new farming and gardening things that I've been taking up. So it's really just a marriage between the two passions that I have. One, I love helping women on their journey to find healing and recovery after trauma. I love gardening. Who knew? Who knew I could grow something? I'll actually take you guys back to the garden so you can see it. Our plan is to take this busted old garage back here, and me and my husband are going to transform it into a place that will actually be half garage for his woodworking workshop, which will also be available to the women if they want to come out and learn that kind of trade. And then the other half of it will be an apartment for the retreat. So not only will we continue to have our silent retreats and our healing retreats, but we'll also be having survivor retreats out here as well. And so this space that we will pay for ourselves, we will then donate for the nonprofit to use so that people can come out here and enjoy it. They can come out here and enjoy the animals, can come out here and enjoy the trees. Currently experiencing a lot of leaves on the ground. It's like an ocean of leaves out here. Hi, Chloe. Yeah. Hopefully, you know, I don't know if anybody wants to come out here and experience this many leaves. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them to work. Maybe part of the therapy will be raking. Raking is an excellent form of therapy. You rake, it's clean, it's like sweeping, it's beautiful, it's magical. Let me take you guys back now to the garden so you can see what we're working with. All right, so the garden is actually in the back of the property, on the back corner, on what I affectionately call the briar patch, because there's tons of little prickers everywhere. Once we get through the winter part, once we start hitting some a little bit warmer but also wet weather, I'm going to be planting a sprout garden. Instead of having grass back here, they'll be just all sprouts, clovers, if you will. So the back of the garage will actually look out onto the garden. So right now you can see that I have some pumpkins growing, which, yes, I'm totally aware that it's late in the season for pumpkins, but I am holding out hope that we will get a few pumpkins out here to be able to give to some of our families in our house church group. We've got a little blackberry bush growing, the promise of rosemary. Me and Rosemary's relationship has been a tough one, okay? I'm on my second rosemary. More on that later. More pumpkins, composting, and here is my garden. You guys, this garden is a labor of love. It's actually a labor of grief. My grandmother was an amazing gardener. She always had things growing in her backyard. She's was great at growing flowers and tomatoes and all kinds of things. And I've never grown a thing in my life. I've kept succulents alive since Valentine's Day, which is a huge accomplishment for me. But this season, throughout the summer and this fall, this has turned from seedlings to actual food that we can eat. So I've got spinach growing, I've got some okra that's holding on, again, not a cold weather plant, some peas, and a bunch of lettuce. I've harvested this lettuce so much, I've had to give so much away at this point, and it's delicious butter crunch lettuce. We got carrots that I'm tempted to leave over the winter because they'll actually be sweeter if I wait to pick them till spring. And then the big leaf plants you see are broccoli and cauliflower. So again, vegetables, food for our family, food for our neighbors, really, too, because they're the ones that get all the extra. All right, now it's about to get loud because we are in the chicken pen with all the chickens. Hey, Chatty. And Brave, and yes, they all have names, and some are named after the Golden Girls, like Rue McClanahan over there. We've got, let's see who's creeping on me. That's Bud. He bites. Be careful. Abby back there. And we've got a bunch of our littles, which are hiding just around the corner over here. I'll take you with me to see. Here's all the littles. There's Annie and B. Arthur and Estelle and Chubbs, which is well, she used to be the fattest one. She's not really the fattest one anymore. 2 Roadrunner looking things I accidentally bought. You guys, working out here with the chickens has really been therapeutic for me, and I actually come out here quite a bit and did throughout the winter. Throughout the summer, throughout the winter as well. We had that one solid week of winter in October. And it's just so, they come because they think I have treats. So healing and therapeutic to be able to be out here among them and just care for them. Hey, Chubbs. And so we'll be adding that to part of our retreats as well. We're also going to be adding lambs. My son is going to be raising lambs. So among our 17 chickens, 5 meat chickens and 12 egg layer chickens, not only will we be teaching people how to take care of and raise chickens and have fresh eggs every morning, but also we'll be adding lambs to the mix. Guys, this is what we're doing. We're raising money to get this nonprofit started, essentially turning my coaching business into a nonprofit and providing a place for survivors that have endured horrific trauma to be able to come out and just rest and relax and find some peace, work on their healing journey, as well as just kind of get their hands in the dirt and dig up some of those old roots and historical ancestral traumas and all kinds of things. And it's just going to be such a great place. I wanted to give a little bit of info on the name, why I choose Grit plus Gumption. I like to think of my husband as Grit and me as Gumption. But really it takes a little bit of both when you're working on your healing journey, because it's not an easy one and you need a little bit of strength that may not be your own to keep persevering, and you need a lot of guts and gumption to be able to keep going even when it gets hard. And also one of the fun little insights to that is that it will actually be a farm that will have the initials GG for Grit and Gumption, but it's also affectionately what my children called my grandmother. So it's a testimony to her and her life, in the way how she made me. So there it is. There's a little bit about what we're doing, and we'll be sharing more information as it comes along. We actually have a contractor coming out tonight to be able to give us a quote on what it would look like to build out something in the garage. So when you're donating, you're actually donating to, one, the legal fees that it will cost to start the nonprofit, which I found someone who will do it very inexpensively, but it's still a big chunk of money comparatively. And then you would be donating to the startup costs. Every business, nonprofit is just a business, has startup costs with websites and packaging and all those kinds of things. But more importantly, the biggest chunk of the $4,000 that you'll be donating to is getting our first survivor retreat paid for and done, so that we can put that on the books. Even if we don't have a place here on the farm to do it, we can gift it to someone through an Airbnb or something of the sort. So those are the 3 areas that when you're donating right now, that you would be donating from. Oh my goodness, how exciting. It's so exciting, like when your phone notifies you that you just got another donation. Like, I can't even. It's been amazing. I want to thank everyone who has donated so far. We've raised over $400. According to the GoFundMe page, it's only like $140 or something like that. But know that people are sending through Venmo, PayPal, and Apple Pay, which is a lot easier on us because then we don't have to pay the fees for things. When you pay through PayPal, you just say sending money to a friend and it's free. Venmo is always free. Apple Pay is free. But GoFundMe does take a portion of each donation plus a percentage of the whole. So thank you guys so much. I've been so completely overwhelmed with everything. You know, I was like, you know, I turned 40. I'm going to raise, I don't know how much money. I wasn't even sure that I should do a nonprofit because it does cost so much money to start it up. But my good friend Lavina said, don't be that girl, okay? God is good. God is going to provide, and he has through you guys. So thank you so much. I am honored. I am just blown away by your generosity. Let's do this.